Cage Warriors 72 sees a huge fight in the bantamweight division, a vacant title, and we're going to crown a new champion this Saturday night. Cory was supposed to debut late last year. Unfortunately, an injury put paid to that, but the circumstances kind of played in his favour because he ended up being the main event of the first card of the year for Cage Warriors in London earlier this year. Big spotlight. Now, he's a guy who has had a lot of hype behind him for a long time, and the reason behind that is that this guy's got a number of serious highlight reel knockouts on his ledger. You know, he's a bit of a YouTube darling and has been for many years. So coming in against a guy like James Pennington, who's been long regarded as one of the best bantamweights in the country, this was a big deal. You know, Pennington was highly favoured. He was a big favourite with the bookmakers. Cory Tait was maybe just seen as a striker.
Cory Tait looking for a headlock grip here. I think he's under the chin of James Pennington. If he can really compress his hip. Oh, no!
Submission! Unbelievable!
Wow!
James Pennington submitted with a guillotine choke up against the cage. Cory Tait is back on Cage Warriors.
James Pennington found out, you know, he left the neck out there. Cory took advantage on it, and that's exactly why I'm interested to see how Cory fares in this fight, because he's certainly not just a striker. He's got a lot more to offer, and I'm going to be very interested to see what he can do against Toni Tauru. The thing with Toni is he's one of those classic Scandinavian grapplers in that he's so good at his trade. We've not really seen him out of his comfort zone, and when you are that good at your main skill, you tend not to push yourself outside the box too much. He's a guy who's going to grab hold of you, he's going to drag you to the mat, and that's exactly what we saw. He fought a very classically trained Thai boxer in Martin Akhtar on Cage Warriors' debut in Scandinavia earlier this year. That was a huge moment for him on a huge stage. He went and he took a guy who's maybe not as dynamic as Cory Tait, but nonetheless lethal on the feet, and he took him down and really was all over him.
And it's tiring having a guy on your back like that, Josh, for such an extended period of time.
It's not just carrying on your back, it's just the squeeze he's going to be putting
Going
over
for
that
the
body.
choke again, this is tight.
Can't quite see the grip.
Tauru switching arms, putting the squeeze on.
This is going to be over.
And there's the submission.
He's a bit of a Terminator in some respects. I think he really is a guy whose personality is exemplified by his fighting style. You can say the same thing about Cory as well. But with Toni, yeah, he's straight up, you know, very driven, very focused. You see that in him as a person, and you see that with him in the cage as well. He's going to take that route one straight towards his opponent, grab hold of him, rag him to the mat, and from there, you know, it's deep water. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can take that skill set and apply it to Cory Tait. Now, the thing with Cory is you don't know what you're going to get, and you don't know which angle it's going to come from. It could be a straight kick up the front, it could be a spinning roundhouse kick, it could be a crescent kick. This guy has got so many tools in his toolbox on the feet, you just don't know what to expect. And let's not forget, you know, this guy spent a lot of his early career at a gym with a very strong grappling background, so not to be discounted on the ground either.